I think music is one of the strongest ways to communicate and to bring people together. Music is really a universal language. I think it has the power to also to bring our governments closer together, which is very important. And we travel all over the world, but there is no other country whatsoever that we have developed the close relationship that we have with China. My name is Davyd Booth. I'm a violinist with the Philadelphia Orchestra, and I'm very happy and proud to say that this is my 51st year with the orchestra. And one of the greatest things in my life has been the association with China. My first start with the Philadelphia Orchestra was a trip to China in 1973. And it's become one of the most important threads throughout my whole life. I won the audition to the Philadelphia Orchestra when I was 22, and then it's sort of an interesting story. I was not originally supposed to go to the China trip. My contract actually did not start until after the orchestra came back, and about 2 weeks before the orchestra left for China, I got a call from our personnel manager that somebody had become ill, and Maestro Ormandy said that he wanted to invite me onto the China tour, so it was an incredible experience. China was so different at that time, really just a totally different world, especially now, of course, looking back on it from 50 years. I feel very much that I had the wonderful experience of seeing really old China and also really new China. It was very impressive how quickly and how hugely and how wonderfully China developed. This was a wonderful trip. It celebrated the 50th anniversary of that first trip. It was really a fantastic experience. I played 3 times with the Chinese orchestras, and we did what we call this side-by-side, in which on a stand, one of the Philadelphia Orchestra people would sit with one of the Chinese musicians. My first stand partner gave me a box of tea. I mean, people were so friendly and so generous and really wonderful. And then I had the experience that they showed us, they introduced this guy who was 91 years old, and he had been in the Central Philharmonic when we were there in 1973. And when they introduced him to me, I mean, I literally got goosebumps. He didn't speak a word of English. I don't speak a word of Chinese, but I mean, we got along fantastically, and that was really a very moving experience. You're suddenly face to face in a way with your own history. This trip initially, when we were there in '73, it's almost like planting a seed that then grows, and then, you know, this incredible, like, overwhelming tree has developed that has connected us very strongly. And it's really, like I said, it's one of the most important things that I've experienced in my life, both personally and also professionally. And I think everybody in the orchestra that's done this would say the same thing. I'd be very, very touched to think that our bringing music and sharing music and working in music with China might have had a little bit of, you know, help and added something to this relationship. I feel very strongly, I mean, China is a great country, the United States is a great country. I think it's very, very important that we become not just friends, but great friends.